Okay, today I'm gonna show you the installation video and instructions of our Honda Civic FD headlights. Let's look at the back of the headlight. Our headlight comes out with 3 harnesses from the housing. This yellow plug is a turn signal plug. This is the DRL plug, just connect to original daytime running plug. Here are 2 plugs for high-low beam. These 2 plugs are identical the same. They are used to control the high beam and low beam. This red line is the high beam, the gray line is low beam. Of course we have labels on them. We need to pay attention to this point here. There is a FD1 model in the United States. To fit in FD1 headlight, we need to change a little in low beam plug. We needs to move these 2 pins apart a little bit. Use a screwdriver to push it open. Let's do the same thing in left and right sides. There are 2 extra adapters inside the packing. This adapter is for original HID type, the original HID headlights version, which used to connect it to low beam for HID version. Connect this adapter to our headlight low beam plug. The other end is directly plugged to the car will be okay. This is the wiring diagram and its functional instructions of our entire headlights. So the next step, let's install this pair of headlights to the car. Let's start the actual installation process. After opening the hood, we need to remove this engine panel firstly. Then here are some screw and clips, need to remove all of them. After the engine panel is removed, again we need to remove these 2 screws. After removing these 2 screws, let's look at those screws in 2 sides of the bumper. We have to remove all of them. So now the tire is in this position. We need to push the tire inside so that we can remove it. Move the tire and turn off the engine. After remove this screw, then we will need to put the bumper strap back. Very easy. There are 5 screws in one light. Here is the first one. This is the second. Here is the third one. There are 2 more here. You can see 1 and 2 there are here. Our headlights can be removed after removing the 5 screws. After removing the 5 screws, we just pull it out. Now we've already successfully removed the original headlights. The original headlight comes with this steel bracket. So let's remove this original steel bracket and install it to our headlight. We will not show detail here. There are 4 plugs behind our headlight, but 5 plugs from the original car. So between these 5 plugs, we will not need one of them. I will explain later. First let's connect this small one, then the bigger one. This black color is daytime running light plug. Just connect the one from original black socket. The yellow one is the turn signal plug. The turn signal connect directly here. Okay, pay attention here. This blue original car plug S is for high beam. This should connect to our high beam plug with this red harness. See this red harness to this blue plug? This is for high beam function. There is a plug with gray and black harness, which is for the low beam. The low beam should connect to this white plug from the car. Okay, this plug is for the original car with motor adjustment. If your car has this plug does not need to be installed. Just wrap it with tape. Make sure it's tightly wrapped. If our low beam plug FD1 is different with your original plug, then we have 2 steps. First step, look at these 2 pins. Drag these pins a little bit, because the pin don't match. Let's just force apart these pins a little bit will be okay. If your car is HID version, we need this adapter cable here. This adapter cable needs to be plugged in. Then connect the other end to the low beam of your original car. Anyway, this halogen version, we don't need this adapter. That is, this adapter has no effect. If you are not sure if you made everything correct, we can test all functions before we install the headlight back to the car. If we tested all the function, everything works fine, we can install the headlight. After installing this headlight, let's tighten the screws slightly, and then test all the functions again. If there are no problems, then we will tighten the screws, install this bumper. Now let's test all functions one by one. Trio lights please. Okay, there is no problem with the daytime running light. Also, there is no problem with the turn signal. Low beam, high beam, switch between high or low beam. Okay. Turn signal off, low beam off, hazard light. Okay. Dashboard. Let's go to the dashboard and see if there are any problems. If there not any warning in dashboard or there is no situation, it means that the connection is correct. After testing the lighting, we can install the bumper. Install it with these two screws. After installation, we need to come over again and get all these screws secured. After installing the bumper, continue to install this engine panel. Continue to install this panel with your screws and clips. After installing it, we still have the last step. It is to test the height of our headlights. If you find that your left and right sides are not at the same level, we can adjust them to the same level. I'll turn on the low beam. Our low beam it is great now. If our low beam headlights that is too high or too low, we need to adjust it. The current tangent line is perfect and does not require any changes. After installing our headlights, if we find that our lights are too high or too low, there are two ways to adjust them. The first one, when the bumper is not fixed. There is an adjustment area below, but if you have already installed it, you need special tools to adjust it. We need to find this screw to adjust it. Normally they are at the right level when you got it. That's all for today's installation. Please feel free to contact us if you have any questions.